Oops. I forgot to get rid of that and that. Alright. Hey, what's up? How you doing? It's been a... I didn't want to take this long between streams. I truly am trying to nail a schedule here, but hey, shit happens, right? I wanted to do this yesterday, but something came up, and I couldn't quite do it. And also got sidetracked with Malone stream, and we talked a bit about Kingdom Under Fire. But the day I decided, the day before, Hero Logic, how you doing? L out. Right. The instant I went to bed, like the day before yesterday, is when Capcom decided to release the Elena gameplay trailer, and I wanted to do that yesterday because I didn't get a chance to actually watch it. So I held myself back from watching it all day yesterday, so I could have a reaction to it today and maybe explain or I am interested to see where they take Elena and her gameplay as a character because of how not overtuned. That's not the correct term. The just how crazy she was in Street Fighter 4. Because she was a although she was in Street Fighter okay. So when Street Fighter Cross Second came out, it was basically most of the characters in Street Fighter were reused assets from Street Fighter 4. Give or take some new things added like running animations or a special or two, but generally they were using a lot of the same animation data. Why is my phone doing that? They was basically reusing a lot of the same animation data from Street Fighter 4. However, by the time Cross Tekken added some new characters of the Street Fighter roster that were not yet in Street Fighter 4 that was then added later. Hugo, Rolento, Elena, Poison, and DeCaprio. Although DeCaprio was added last as a special, as a bit of an extra because she wasn't in Cross Tekken. And all of those characters are obscenely fucked up when they got ported into Street Fighter 4. They're all really, really good in ways that kind of break what you are meant to do in Street Fighter 4. And there is no way Capcom isn't aware of that. So, when Elena comes around for Street Fighter 6, I think that the balancing team, the design team, are going to take special care for Elena to make sure that she is not super fucked up. But I hope that they do so in a way that doesn't make her boring. Because the thing that kind of defined Elena, even though the nuances have changed, she was always like a mid-range character. Her thing is that she had really strong pokes that she can convert into a knockdown. And generally, if you had meter, you could use that for healing or for setting up Oki. But she never really had super strong offense. She was always a strong defensive character. And I kind of struggle to see how they can keep that element of her character with how overwhelming, intentionally so, how overwhelming the drive system is in Street Fighter 6. Right? But anyway, I have the video here. I just wanna let's see. Right. What? Have my hitboxes. Okay, so I know what you're saying. I think I know what you're saying. Kind of. Hurt boxes is probably what you're talking about. Elena, for some reason, probably just because she just, Capcom could have spent a couple of more months, cooking the cross second characters. But for some reason, Elena's hurt boxes are smaller than they're supposed to be. So a lot of things that should hit her just don't. I think most of those were fixed in the last patch for Street Fighter 4, but I know that that was a big issue when she first came out. All right. Let's see what Elena's got going on here.
Taking a life and giving life?
What?
Fighting and living? I wasn't looking to fight to the death.
Okay, wait a minute. Fight to the Hold up a minute. What the fuck are you talking about? Fight to the death? No, play that again. No, hold up. This is very out of character for it. Okay, so Elena's whole thing is that, like, she's just super nice and kind to everybody. She fights for fun, right? So, starting off this trailer with her talking about fighting to the death, that makes no sense. Unless, oh god, unless, wait. No, hold on. Okay, hold up. Okay, so in Street Fighter 4, are they actually canonizing that? In Street Fighter 4, Elena's ending had her just writing a note back to her village back in Kenya, right? And she's just talking about, oh yeah, all the friends I made along the way, and there's like a montage of pictures that she's taken with various Street Fighter characters, right? And one of them, the funniest one of all, of course, being that there's a picture of her and Akuma. Let me pull up the Elena. Nah, USF4 ending. USF4 ending. Oh yeah, let's fighting lore. I forgot about that. Move this here. Oh no. Right, so, and because it's meant to be like kind of a joke, right? Elena doesn't really have a lot of stakes in the main plot of the game, so she just kind of wanders around and does whatever the hell she wants. And mostly just like, oh yeah, she's kind of like the Ryu thing, where she just travels the world and just meets people and stuff, but she's a lot kinder about it. So, part of the joke is that it's not that death is new, Darren. It's not that death being new to the series, it's specifically Elena discussing it. Because Elena was kind of meant to be the meant to be kind of the healing wind, where a lot of the darker aspects of Shredder's lore are things that don't really matter to Elena. She's kind of meant to be kind of like a very pure, kind of innocent character. Like, these kind of things don't really... Well, it's not that they don't happen, it's just that in her side stories, they just kind of don't... It gets... How to explain this? And it's not that she's not supposed to be discussing these things, it's that Elena kind of exists in a way that those things kind of just don't happen to her. Oh, yeah, I found the video. Here it is. Here it is.
Father, I am well. I have made so many new friends. Of course, we all had to fight at the beginning, but they're still very nice. I've realized that these feelings of closeness, if I can become friends with these people, then I can become friends with anybody.
Yeah, there it is.
I can become friends with any.
This fucking picture. So, okay, so I feel like this scene is actually canon. Like, Street Fighter 6 is canonizing that this actually happened. That she's friends with fucking Akuma. Because Akuma, they really did kind of sand down a lot of the villainous tendencies of Akuma over the years. But the one thing that remains constant is that Akuma values the root of martial arts, which is that I mean when you really break it down, what really is martial arts? It is turning yourself into a weapon to kill people. That is the root of what martial arts is. When you get past all of the glitz, the glamour, the whole competition and all that stuff, it is just simply the art of turning yourself into a weapon. And that was kind of that was supposed to be like the entire thing that, or rather the modern version of like his quarrel with Ryu. And it's like, Ryu, you are a fucking fool. How can you master the path to martial arts if you are unwilling to kill somebody? When that is the entire point of martial arts, right? That's kind of meant to be their whole the whole conflicting philosophies, right? And then you have the whole corrupting Satsu no Hado thing that kind of muddies the modern version of what it's supposed to be now, but back then it was just corrupting force, but it's kind of not that anymore. So, but it also might be kind of is, because Lily has this whole thing going on about how Toyo Ikonoi, the wind spirits that she's harnessing, may also kind of be the Satsu no Hado, and whatever, right? So that's something that's happening. Anyway, so Elena and Akuma are basically kind of like diametrically opposed about their philosophy when it comes to martial arts, right? And so Elena, starting her trailer talking about life and death and what that means for martial arts, makes me feel like not only are they canonizing that Akuma and Elena are friends, which is really funny that Akuma has friends, right? Because that was meant to be the entire, I mean, that's the entire context of the image. Like, hey, isn't it funny that Akuma has a friend? Isn't that goofy? Isn't that silly that Elena can be friends with this crazy guy who, in any other circumstance, would kill her without a second thought? Right? And it's just meant to be like a little gag, right? But if this is real, if this image is real, then this means that Akuma must have had a conversation with Elena about his philosophy of martial arts, about martial arts existing as a tool to kill. And in order to master martial arts, you must master the art of killing somebody. So, so, and like it's not that, and they're probably going to be using that as a tool to grow Elena as a character. Obviously, she's not going to just start killing people, but she might have to think about what martial arts means to her, and she have to discover her own path of what she wants to accomplish in her path to martial arts. And that's kind of interesting, even if I don't think it would ultimately go anywhere. Right? I mean, for fuck's sake, one of Alina's core attributes is that she just can heal. Right? Like, she could not be further removed from Akuma. Even in terms of gameplay, they're like diametrically opposed to one another. Even in terms of regular gameplay, like Akuma's all like get in and just get in vortex, like super close range, and Elena's like, nah, I'll kind of stay poke away at mid range, right? Just for other reasons. Oh, let's see. Satsu no Hado is a cool concept. It is a cool concept, but it's also like not properly explained because it was never supposed to be. Right? I mean, Akuma exists for 3 reasons. Number 1, he exists to be the foil to Ryu. Even though, I mean, Ryu has had multiple rivals over the series, right? He's had Sagat, he's had Ken, Bison, although that one makes the least sense, and Akuma. And Akuma is meant to be the kind of the final form of that, of the I am you but stronger. So it's like, yeah, what would be the hypothetical Ryu that mastered martial arts? What would that look like? What could be the dark version of that? And that would be basically Akuma, right? And I feel like the Satsu no Hado was created as a way to justify making that happen. And then you had Evil Ryu in the Alpha games, which is not canon, but it could be. Which kind of makes Akuma as a character redundant if Evil Ryu could exist. I mean, Street Fighter lore in Street Fighter was never that important, it just exists to justify cool fights happening. But whatever. Let's see. Darren. Each roster always had entries for unknown reasons. Example: one was money, one was fame, one must be a chef for some reason, one is because of boredom. True, that is true. But the justification of the characters showing up in the roster isn't what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the philosophy of why they fight, not of winning tournament money, right? Money, fame, being a chef, and you're talking about El Fuerte. I mean, he is a chef. He always was. He entered the tournament to bring notoriety to his cooking. So his is also fame, just a different kind of fame. You know, Cody enters because he's bored, yeah. Money. Oh yeah, boxer, Balrog. He doesn't enter because of money. He enters for more money. Boxer's already rich. He just wants more money because he's greedy, right? But right, right. I'm talking about specifically about not why you enter a tournament to win a tournament. It's why you fight at all. Like it's the whole thing of Street Fighter 6 of what is strength. Those three words pop up all the time in Real Tour, and even most of the characters kind of talk about it. I know, like what is strength? What does that mean? What is strength to you, right? And I feel like that trailer, the opening of that trailer, is going to be talking about what is Elena's strength as a character. And let's play the rest of this out.
Father, I want to travel. I want to see everything there is to see in the world. I want to meet people from every country there is. Finally, I have found what I've been searching for. For my next trip, I shall be going to Japan.
I forgot something. That's a weird call for Sakura to be in Elena's ending. I mean, I think in the Udon comics, like, hold up. Yeah, I think in the Udon comics, Sakura, Ibuki, and Makoto all go to the same school, and Elena's a transfer student there, so they are all friends. Alright, so back to the trailer here. Hey JP, how you doing? I sound different? Huh. I know I look different. I know I changed my hair a little bit. I've got my glasses on. I changed my clothes a little bit. No mic? It's not new. I did manage to go back home and get my my condenser mic. A couple of months. I think last month I did it. But I guess I've streamed so little that you just didn't notice. So yeah, this is my condenser mic. Okay, let's see. Back to the trailer.
Taking a lot.
Also, I'm taking this. I'm guessing this is her stage, right? It's not quite. I mean, it looks like a. This is really nice, actually. I've got older. I fell into a time warp. But so this stage. I mean, obviously, hold up. It's obviously taking a bit of inspiration from, you know, her stage in Third Strike, the grasslands with the giant sun in the background, and this is like just that in the moon. But also, the stage taking place at night reminds me a lot of her stage in Second Impact, and that was. I've always liked Elena's music and stage in Second Impact the best. Although New Generation is really good because you fight on a bridge that falls down a cliff in between rounds, which is really good. But I really like the nighttime bridge. Hold up. Let's see. Hold up. Let me pull it up. Fighters Generation, my beloved. You should have it, shouldn't you? Let's see. Games. Street Fighter 3. I have to use. Not Roman numeral 3, but number 3. Okay. Okay. I just realized I could have just pulled up a video, but too late for that. Let's see. Backgrounds. Oh, this one's not animated. That's lame. Oh well. Where's it? Here we go. So this is just. It has to scan lines. That's gonna look bad on the. It's like that's gonna look bad on the feed, but whatever. So this is a stage here. You fight on this bridge, and you get these two jokers in the background having a test of strength. And as you fight on the bridge falls down, and it's not here. It's not here. Okay. I'll just have to pull up a video then. Let's see. SF3. New generation. Playthrough? Favorite 2D and 3D stage? God. Uh, God. You asked me that, my answer would change every day. Probably every hour. Fuck. Okay, off the top of my head. For 2D. Okay, what is it? Darkstalkers 3. Tower of something. What was it? Tower of Arrogance. Tower of Arrogance. Save image. Here we go. Hold up. Ooh. Here it is. The Tower of Arrogance from Darkstalkers 3. It's a fight on the side of a skyscraper. And you can see the helicopters here and cars on lining the buildings because of traffic where you're fighting on the side of a building. It's so fucking cool, man. 3D stages. I really love stages that mess around with the perspective of the background. It's so cool. But again, if you ask me that same question again, what's my favorite stage? If you ask me again in like 10 minutes, my answer would be different. 3D stage. Let's. Ooh. Oh, I know. Ooh, where is it? What was it called? What was it called? What was it called? What was it called? Tekken. It was Tech. It was a Tekken. It was a Tekken stage. Uh, Tekken. It was Tekken 6. Fallen Colony. Fallen Colony from Tekken 6. Stage effects animating. Okay, but I can't show a still image. I have to actually have a video of it. No. 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 There's no animated... Nothing. Okay. Okay, let's see. Fallen Colony Showcase? No, that's all music stuff. Hmm. Uh, oh, what's this? Colony with stage effects animated in-game. The hell is this? I mean, I guess... this kind of works. Yeah, I guess this works for now. Download that real quick. Get rid of this. Okay, meme of fridge Ryu. I'll get back to that. There's something I can talk about that for a second. I know you're not talking about the actual fridge Ryu that's in World Tour. That's a generic enemy. That's like a smart fridge that throws giant vegetables at you because of zoning. Although that's kind of funny, but no, I know you're talking about the initial reveal trailer for SF6, the one with Luke and... There it is. That's 6 music, so good. Oh, I thought you would circle around. So, Fallen Colony in Tekken 6, you are fighting on... I mean, you have the Jets in the fight. So you're fighting on the... Let's see. Because the context of the stage is that Jin is basically causing Armageddon. Like, the world is in Armageddon right now because of Jin shenanigans in Tekken 6. So a lot of the stages are like basically the apocalypse happening in the background. So this stage takes place on a space colony that is plummeting down back to Earth, a ruined space colony where the fucking White House is, and it's plummeting down towards Earth, and you've got all these the jets happening in the background. And if you look closely on that glass on the bottom left, there's a you could break the glass, and there's an office, like a ruined office, but it's like hold on, I was hoping he would move around and show more of the stage. But the jets is cool, and like you can see the heat haze coming off of the jets and blowing petals, but that's cool. But it's like, that's not exactly what I want. Any 6 game video. Yeah, all of this is like the music, which is very good, but that's not what I want. Man, I'd have to actually boot the game up and show it. Which One stage is bizarre. You could hit someone with pots, cow, old lady. In Tekken? I know that... A cow. Are you thinking about, No, Hidden Retreat is sheep stage. Hold up. Rustic Asia? Old lady. I don't remember the old lady one. One stage is bizarre. Pot. You can hit someone pots. I know in Mortal Kombat X, you could throw an old lady. That was fun. And if the hit KOs, she fucking explodes. Hold up a second. Let me detour. Let me detour. I might be able to fix this. Hold up. So Calibur 6 final boss stage changes. We'll have to run round. Yeah. Stages that change in between rounds are really good. Hold up, let's see. Add game. Add non-Steam game. Hold up, let's see. I might be able to let's see. RP CS. No, that's not gonna work. Okay, that's not gonna work. Okay, let's try this. Let me where's my directory for this? Okay, this and then which one was it? It's 3. I think it's wait, I don't remember which one it was. Hold up. Uh, uh, where is it? Where is it? This was supposed to be a short stream. I'm already off track. Wait, okay. Let's see. Here, here, and here. And which one was I using? Was it this one? No. No. Wait. No, wait. No, wait. Hold up. Did I even have which did I have it on? Was it here? Okay, it was that one. Okay, I think it was this one? Question mark? Guess not. Was it this one? I'll be able to tell by the update. Heyo. Alright. How out of date is this one? Yeah, this one is way out of date, so that's not the one. It's the other one. Because I needed to keep that one because that was the stable version. This, and then this. And then this. How out of date this? How out of date is this one? Do this. Okay, this one's only a couple of months. Alright, so this is the one that I'm using. Oh, cool. I don't even have to... Oh, I didn't even have to do that. Alright, cool, nice. Alright. Wait. Fuck, hold up. No. No, get rid of that. Hold up. I have to check my account to make sure that I don't fucking dox myself. Where is it? User accounts. Here we go. There we go. There we go. Wait. Yeah, okay. So now I do this. And this should conceivably... Wait, this might not... Wait, no. No, it should work. Right? Because I remember... Alright, it has to compile everything because this is my first time using this account for this game. It shouldn't take too long. No, because I remember I was using this version of RPCS3 to test out Onechambra, and I had to completely change a couple of things to get it to work correctly. But because this is the more recent one that I use for online play, this one should work just fine. And while that's... I should have done this earlier. While that's working, I should... I want to keep this segment to it. I want to keep this segment self-contained. I want to keep this completely self-contained, so I'll wait for this to finish Well, I talk a bit more. Well, no, because then that's gonna lead into. Okay, no, no, it's only gonna. Okay, it's falling apart. It's immediately falling apart. Okay, okay, okay. So, I mean, I guess I could talk a bit about Tekken 6. So, Tekken 6 is a weird game for me because I didn't have a PS2, so Tekken's 4 and 5 just completely passed me. So I went straight from Tekken 3 to. Oh shit. Oh god, it's not picking up my control. Wait, no, never mind. Never mind. Uh, let's see. Window capture. Actually, no, I should save that for its own stream. I can have a Tekken stream. Oops. There's my Winamp. Oh no. This one. Yeah. It's not. I don't have sound. I don't have. Is that normal? Wait, hold up. Did I mute sound? There it is. Add Doko? Disconnected. What? I didn't save. So, there. DualShock 4. Save. There we go. So check this shit out. Alright, I have to wait for it to load. Still shorter than playing on 360. God, the loading times for this was abysmal. Yeah, there's... So, Space Colony, falling down. I think the jets show up later. God, look at this. That's where it was. And like, God, look at that. Look at that. Because this is actually the space colony that was in Tekken 5. So it got destroyed. It's plummeting down the fucking earth. You're on this... Oh, God, it's so good. And it's so fucking trippy seeing everything like this, too. It's so fucking cool. This is like an Ace Combat stage, basically. Oh, God, it's so fucking cool, dude. Although I think this emulated version, I think there's supposed to be a bit of debris floating in the air too that's not in the emulated version, or maybe it was never there and I just tricked myself into thinking that it was. I wonder if there's any Ace Combat heads that could tell me if this is directly referencing a mission in that game. It's so fucking cool, dude. And where's the glass? There it is. What was it? And then you break this and you're in this, like, office. Ooh, wait a minute. Oh, that's different. I don't remember that. That's not in the soundtrack. The soundtrack version. And I definitely don't remember that from the Xbox version. This office here. And I think... Oh, yeah, and it's getting abandoned too. There's a tree growing in the office. There's a tree. And the window's broken because the guy jumped out the window. Oh, it's so fucking cool, dude. Don't books fall out if you hit the... No? I think if you hit this, books fly out. Well, the glass breaks, that's cool. No? Guess not. Okay. No, but I love this. Oh? I do not have an active live stream. Go live and we'll connect. Huh? Did my YouTube get taken down? Hello? YT was okay? Oh, okay. Hey, JPZ. I'm making my beloved. You could have a better. Yeah, you could have chosen the worst beloved, so Armor King's good. But yeah, no. It was this and then this. What was it we said? Yeah, no, I adore Fallen Colony. I love this stage so much. It's so fucking cool. Like, actually, this stage makes me want to play Ace Combat just to see what it's about. I don't really usually go for simulation games, but I think that I've been told that Ace Combat is kind of like in between of a simulation and an arcade game. So, in the chats. So, I'll have to give that a shot on my own time. Anyway, wait. Yeah, no, this part. I'm gonna have to boot up the 360 version because that. I do not remember that segment being in a 360 version of the game. Anyway. Get rid of that. But yes, as of right now, at this very moment, Fallen Colony is my favorite 3D fighting game stage. Cancel. Okay, right, Elena trailer. Right. Fuck. Elena trailer. Yeah, no, the music in Tekken 6 is fucking great.
Taking a life and giving life? Fighting and living?
I kind of like Elena's new look here. It took a while to grow on me, but I like the tackiness of the zebra pants. I like the super long scarf that goes down to her waist, the long oversized scarf. Because part of the reason why Elena's design in 3 and 4 is so basic is because, well, okay, in 3 it was because goddamn Capoeira takes a lot of frames of animation to make it look good. So her outfit has to be something incredibly as close to a naked human body as possible to make the animation work. Because what's it like? I think her idle animation in Street Fighter 3 has like 72 frames. Let me check. Swifus, my beloved. Oh, Swifus got to take you down, but he got replaced by this thing. You know what? That's fine. Blech. Let's see. Zwifus, my beloved. And there's this. Yeah, what's this like? I think this is 72 frames of animation just for her idle animation alone. right? Because that's what you get when you have the best art team in all the video games and the technology and the money to make their art shine. Daigo Ikeno's artwork here in the background. Although I think these sprites were, yeah, the sprites here were really directly modeled from Kino Nishimura, because Kino Nishimura really loves long legs. Kino Nishimura really draws women like really long, and the heads are kind of small, but the hair is big and the legs are long. And no, you can, if you're friends with him, you know, and the thing about it is that this is clearly rotoscoped, right? That's not a bad thing, but it's like I never quite liked how Elena looked in 3 because can I zoom in here? A bit much. If you pay close, there you go. If you pay close, actually, let me pick a different animation. Yeah, sure. Pay close attention to her head. You notice how her head is shaded differently from the rest of her body? Keep that in mind. Because of how aggressively rotoscoped the animations were, and how long it took to make these animations, right? One, Elena's head is very still in a lot of shots, but more than that is that if you pay close attention to the shading of her face compared to the shading of her body, her body is missing like a layer of shading. And if you look, let me go back to the lock animation. If you look closely, Elena doesn't have fingers or toes because there was just not enough time to finish her sprites, and she gets them in some of them, right? The one that comes to mind is her throw miss animation. You could see very briefly that for some actually, hold up, let me save this. Okay, let's see. How do I do this? Put this back up. So I have this. If I'm right, this should play GIFs, right? Let's see. Let's see. Turn on loop. So let's see. Line up. Like, you see that? Pay close attention to her hands, her feet, and the shading, right? Next frame. Shading's a little bit cleaner. Her fingers and toes are drawn in. Same thing here. Shading's a bit better. You got here. And you got, like, I feel like this is the most complete sprite test. Like, look at her knuckles, right? She's got highlights on her knuckles. Her foot here is like, what? 1, 2, 3, 4 layers of shading. Like, I think her arms, a bit of her shoulders, right? Her face has the highlight on it. Like, I feel like this is the most detailed frame that Elena has in all of Street Fighter 3. And this could have conceivably been what she looked like the entire game, but her sprites were never finished because there was just so much animation. And it's like, I wish that I do truly wish that more than anything, just to Capcom would just go back and just finish the sprites for Elena. I'm sure that there is a Mugen project somewhere that has done it, but like, yeah. Yeah, but for most of the game, she kind of looks like this. Like, she's missing like almost 2 whole layers of shading. And, was it this? Although, because of that, she does get some fun keyframes. Because, let me, I think she has, like, my favorite hit reel in the entire game. Yeah, here we go. Save that. Okay, let's see. Yeah. and then this, and then this, and then this. So check this out, right? Wait. Look at her fucking head. No, that's not the one. Hold up. Look at her fucking head. Look at where her head fucking came in. It's so fucking funny. There's actually not, in terms of animation principles, there's not actually a lot of squash in the animations of Third Strike, but there is like a ton of stretch because I go to the next frame here, not this one, and then this one, like how her just fucking rubber banding all over the fucking place. Also accentuates how long she is, because that was kind of like the big thing that Elena's that she's super tall. Like even compared to other characters, like her things that she got really long legs, and a lot of her animations are meant to accentuate her length. She's kind of like Cammy 2.0 in that regard, where a lot of the design sense of Cammy is to make her look long. The long hair, the long legs, the leotard, which is high cut, which also accentuates her long legs. And then the Alpha game, she's got the long boots. Although, due to how her shoulders are shaped, because that's also very like, even though the bones of this character, or rather the grounding point of the animations, are from Kyunei Shimura, these fucking shoulders, that's Ikeno. Like the completely circular shoulders, that is very much an Ikeno thing. And again, another reason is like, when you think of capoeira, like very long, flowing motions, right? Because it's like a dance, right? Hold up, I want to go back to the idle animation here. I could just, why am I doing this? Just bring back here, right? Let's bring this here, right? And again, because of how much animation it would take to make Elena, her outfit is basically non-existent, right? You got some of the rings here to cover up the white, brown of her basic, her hair and her colors, her hair, her clothes, and her fit, and her skin. White hair, brown skin, white top, brown skin. Then, it's that, right? And she's got these colored rings here to break that up, right? But her outfit is just basically nothing. It's essentially nothing, right? Because, and the only secondary animation that she has is her hair, right? Her hair, which, what's a good one? Oh, her taunt. Where's her taunt? Right? Well, you can see, like, in these animations, like, her hair moves around a little bit, but it's not much, because it doesn't have to be much, because her hair is really short, because if she had long hair, that would require even more time to do. Like, it is a smart design considering the character that was being made. It's kind of because this character basically exists as a flex, like basically Capcom flexing not only the artists that they had under employ, because again, best art team in all video games, but also flexing just how much beastly of a machine the CPS3 was to have all of these frames of animation. And in order to show it off, you make a capoeira character. It's the same reason why Sega for Virtua Fighter 2, because Virtua Fighter 1 was a God, I could talk forever about VF1, but for Virtua Fighter 2 specifically, hello Malone, cute model. Yeah, the model is actually, I didn't make it. This is a what was it? I think it's Cupid. This is a VTuber kit developed by Cupid. Because I suddenly remembered, what's it, like 5 months later? I remember when before Sawa Grape got her own model, she used this. I just randomly remembered that, oh yeah, this was a thing that Sawa used to use. And because I don't have a webcam, it is shockingly hard. It was shockingly difficult to find a VTuber program that let me move, that didn't require a webcam. It is very cute. I do like it quite a lot. I'll have to see. It also allows for custom textures too. I can import things. Ooh, ooh. Wait, hold up. Let me go back to TFG bracket. My beloved close bracket. Let's see. If I remember correctly, there is a. Yeah, this. I'm gonna steal this. Because this is from her winning animation, but it's cut so that it's just the part where she's on her hand. Where's Leifus? It's where is it? When? Yeah, there it is. Woo, woo! I love that. Let's see. Wrong button. Go here. Then I go here. Then I go. Let's see. Where is it? Where is it? Here. Eh. I want to put ooh, ooh, ooh. Yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. There we go. Yeah. Okay. There we go. What was I doing? Healing. Oh, healing. There it is. What was I talking about? Rhino horn. Bro, oh, rhino horn. Okay, wait. Cypher. Let me go back. Hold up. I'm sidetracking. I'm sidetracking. I'm sidetracking. Uh, what was I talking about? Right. Let me put this down to 1x. Yeah. There you go. So even though it's like really small, like you can see just how much animation, how many animation frames she has. Right. That was the big thing. More than any other characters, like using Elena as a showcase for animation frames. Right. And again, Virtua Fighter 2. That's the reason why Shun-Di exists. Right. Shun-Di existed as a flex for Sega's motion capture technology, which was ahead of everybody else at the time, right? And you know, to be relevant here for Capoeira, it's the same reason why Huarong and especially Eddie Gordo existed in Tekken 3, because Namco got themselves some really nice motion capture technology. How do you show it off? How about a character whose fighting style includes a lot of motion? Capoeira and Taekwondo, lots of very fluid motion. And even then, characters like Lei Wulong started getting changed, where he started very embracing the all the animal styles of Jackie Chan, right? Of the Jackie Chan movies, because again, lots of very fluid custom animations, right? The character was designed primarily to show off a new aspect of hardware, and going back to Elena, it is everything about her design is the reason why it's so basic, is because you're meant to more so be wowed at, oh wow, look at all these frames of animation. Where's Link's tail? Link's tail is a really good one. It's her backwards DP. Look at this. Look at that. It's meant to be like, oh, you randomly saw this on an arcade. Whoa, who's this character? Whoa, look at all these frames. Holy shit. Right? I think Elena, also, I believe that Elena is the only character in Street Fighter 3 that has unique animations just for her EX moves. I mean, it's not a lot, but like for her Link Cell, like this, that upkick that she does, that's only in the EX version. The normal versions don't have that. I think her spin scythe, this one, Spin Scythe. I think Spin Scythe EX also has a different animation, but this is the normal version. Like whoop whoop, right? Chun-Li slice. That's fair. I can't blame you for your taste in big thighs. Chun-Li in Third Strike is, to this day, the best she's ever looked. Although, personally speaking, I really do like how she was depicted in SVC Chaos. But there's no question about it. Third Strike is still the peak of Chun-Li. In many ways. In terms of her tier list, in terms of her animation, in terms of the fact that of keeping Chun-Li a neutral monster. A really good character that is really good at neutral and basically nothing else. You don't get a character like that anymore. Like, Chun-Li's strength as a character is that she has really good buttons. And in Third Strike, she plays so well within the system because she has crouching medium kick into super, which is basically how she's played since Super Turbo. That people like to complain about how kind of one note Chun-Li is. Like, what are her strengths? Good throw range, crouching medium kick into super that makes her life miserable. But that's how she's been played since ST. When she had the buttonhole charge glitch for her super in ST, she could just do that. Crouching medium kick, confirm, end your life. Alpha 2, crouching medium kick, custom combo, and make your life fucking miserable. She can still kind of do it in Alpha 3, but nowhere near as much. But crouching medium kick into super has basically been how Chun-Li functions for, like, at that point, by the time Third Strike came out, basically like 5 games, if you count the different versions of okay, wait, no. Wait, Alpha 2, Alpha 3, ST. When did the EX games come out? Because I know that she could definitely do that in EX1. EX2, you could also do that crouching medium kick into XL, but also into her super, which you could then cancel into other, yeah. Yeah, about 5 games at that point, yeah. What was I talking about? Yes, animation, right. Long story short, TLDR. Elena's design is incredibly simple because it's meant to the key component of Elena is meant to be look at all these frames of animation. The more details you pack into the design of the character, the more the animation would have to be compromised. So instead, the design of the character instead was slightly compromised to that, but still, it's a 2-piece bikini, so it's still like an attractive design. You got the little bit of fan service with the 2-piece, but also you get the colored rings and the neck rings because Africa, right? But they're also like colorful, and they're different colors too, like different colors, the red, blue, gold, all different colors, which also show off that characters can have a lot of different colors. Because that was another thing, is that the designs are very detailed, but also they can hold a lot of color data. And you can actually see this. Hold up. Crouch. Yeah, that's what. Because if you notice, when you go to Elena's other colors, she doesn't have his. You notice? Okay, actually, actually here. If you pay close attention here, Elena's hair and top share the same color data. If you pay attention to like the shading of her hair, it is the exact same as the primary color of her 2-piece here. And then we get to her other colors, which separate the two. Or, what's a better one? Take this one, right? You see this one, her hair and her top and her outfit are different colors, but it takes away from the colors of her rings, because that's too much color data. It can't do all of it at the same time. So some colors of her rings had to be sacrificed in order to further differentiate her hair and her outfit. Just like cool little things like that, right? It's why in old like SDK games that had color edit modes, if you would change a character's skin, it would sometimes bleed into changing the hair color or changing the color of like accessories like belts or shoes, because they were all sharing the same color data. Because that's how you, because that's a very it's a simple way to keep sprites being large and detailed without sacrificing too much in terms of like music. Well, because things that in old arcade games, you had a hard cap on how much data the game was allowed to use. And the more data you would put into something like, oh, look at all these colors, that's taking away from data that could be used for audio or other aspects of the game like sound. Well, yeah, audio and sound, audio or background stages or HUD elements, right? So you had to compromise with how much data each individual character was allowed to use. That's why in what was it? Yeah, it brought this forward in Fatal Fury 2. Fatal Fury 2, my Fatal Fury 2 has, you know, red and white, but also has accents of pink and gold in her outfit that were removed in Fatal Fury 2 Special, where she's just red and white, because in order to have the data to have more characters and music and stages, some of the color data needed to be sacrificed. Her sprite had to be simplified in that way. But it's like one of the things, right? Oh yeah, the home port colors. No, these are the 12 colors. All right, the plus start colors. These were added in the Dreamcast port. Oh, that one's nice. I love colors like this, right? I love like using the highlights to fake having the hair dye, or how like using highlights to have colors bleed into each other. Oh yeah. Anyway, I'm getting ahead of myself. Oh yeah. Did there a skin change between games? No, I'm dumb. No, I'm just dumb. I'm digressing again. Ooh. Hmm. Ooh. Right, okay, what was I doing? Right, chat. Let's see. She's back. I like adorable. Marissa's back. Tested an old engine. Maybe she's got to test the engine of a new one. Darren, you're Darren. Keep that thought in mind. Honestly, would have picked Chun-Li. Oh, if you talk about Third Strike, if you have legs like that, punching is no longer an option. Built with kicking in mind. Certain things like sure. Okay, so Darren, you were talking about how Elena tested the old engine, the CPS3 engine, and she's going to test the engine of Street Fighter 6. That is actually correct, because a lot of people were confused that Elena, of all the Street Fighter 6 does not have a single Street Fighter 3 character in it, which is very weird because it's supposed to take place after 3, like directly after 3. And people were confused, like of all characters, why Elena? Why not, Makoto or Dudley or maybe even Q, right? Like one of the more beloved characters. And it took me a while to think, but I think the reason was because of Elena. Elena, it basically existed to show off how advanced Capcom's animation was. And a lot of characters in Street Fighter 6 are also doing that. It was tested a little bit in Street Fighter 5 that there's just so many custom animations for things that you would never see in a match, but it's there for flavor, right? It's there for Capcom to flex their animation, right? And I think Elena in 6 is also going to do that. Because Capoeira, again, lots and lots of mocap that you need to... Lots of mocap, lots of animation blending to make it look convincing in a way that doesn't look awkward. I think Elena is going to have so much custom animation in order to make her capoeira look authentic, but also readable in a way that doesn't make her... It takes a lot of effort to make a fighting style like capoeira look good in a video game, especially in a 3D game. And that was one of the issues that I had with Elena in Ultra Street Fighter 4, because one of the things that I can... Hold up. Actually, I should be able... If I do... Okay, hold up. Alright, hold up. Hold up. I have to do this. I have to show this off physically. This does not work if I do not actually boot up the game. I'm going to boot up Street Fighter 30th Anniversary, because I need to... There is a very, very specific aspect of Elena that I have not yet mentioned, but is key to her appeal her visual appeal in Street Fighter 3. Let's see. Window capture. If I go to window capture, it should work. Because I tried to use game capture, and it would miraculously fuck up when I tried to test capturing footage last night. So, let's see. Window capture. Game Doko? Why isn't my game showing up? No. Where the fuck is it? Huh? Is it because it's... Okay, wait, hold up. What if I put it to... Is it because it's full screen? What if I put it in windowed? There we go. Should work now, right? Huh? Why can't I capture this? Oh, wait a minute here. Let me make a new one. Window capture. Create new. There we go. There we go. I'm not going to subject you to the searing eye torture of Elena's stage. You know what? Fuck it. Yes, I will. I changed my mind.
I got the picture. Are you ready? Go.
I'm not gonna do this permanently. It's like, first of all, pay close attention to how Elena blends into the background. Like, the tone of her skin actually makes her blend into the background because, again, it's taking advantage of the fact of how Elena is colored to give her a stage that justifies the color of her character. And it's fine things like that, right? Where some characters that have darker color schemes have dark stages because the intent is that you are fighting the character in the shadows. Akuma's actually a good example of that. Granted, this was before you could have things like, I mean, some games like Mark of the Will is actually really cool because there was a filter on stages, a color filter on stages, so that when the environment changes, the coloring of the sprites also changed. But it's like, you know, stage, mountains, giant moon in the background, that the moon is shining down, highlighting the fighting area, and you know, dioramas, right? So, and it makes it, and like the background is like, you know, mostly green and like mostly green and blue, right? And if you pay close attention, like Kuma's gi has like a slightly like bluish purplish tint to it to make it look lit. They say it's jungle. Is it? I was paying close attention. Yeah, it is jungle, yeah. I was paying more attention to the mountains in the background. Oh, wait, that's... Yeah, but the way that Akuma is colored, in like, with the sole exception of like his arm, like right where his forearms are, where that's like the slight pinkish hue, but most of him is like colored very coolly, like with bluish tints, because this stage takes place in the middle of the night, right? I mean, Ryu's not affected because, you know, the background doesn't affect the coloring of the characters, not in this game, but it's like one of those things where, what's I talking about? Right, you use the coloring of the character to... Oh wait, is this still gonna have a stage? Yes, oh, you just have to go back to changing level.
Fighters ready. Engage.
I'll be real, I don't generally like the stages in Third Strike. I think the only good ones are like Makoto, like basically the ones that don't have NPCs. Makoto's is good, Ryu's is good. I mean, Elena's is good in theory, but in execution it's not. But I like the idea of it. Was it Yon or Yang that fights in the during the Neon District? Okay, no, it was Yang. Is it Yon? No, Yang. I think Yang's is the one that fights in the rain. Yeah. I don't think the rain looks good, but the fighting on the neon rooftop in rain, that's... And like one of the wires is like exposed. Even though it's like, it has no gameplay effect. Like that's a fun detail. Was it here? No, I guess it was it only? Yeah, the sparking plugs in the middle of the rain, so that's a nice touch. No. Level. Anyway, neutral stage. Fuck you.
I got the picture.
Where'd you get the model? I got it from the VTuber Kit program.
Go.
So it's not mine. Technically.
Let's go.
What did I want to show off here? Right. So, pay close attention to Elena's idle animation, right? Oh wow, look at all these frames. It's so nice, even though it looks, in terms of technicals, like, oh yeah, all these frames, that looks cool. But it's animated very smoothly it's animated very smoothly in a way that is unnatural, which I don't like, but you know, I get it. You're not going to individually time these frames to make it look accurate, because motherfucker, we got all these animations to finish, we ain't got that time. So okay, so pay close attention to one of your things about Elena's game, purely visually, is that how to explain this? When you do okay, so normally when a character does a move, the idle animation has a starting point, always has a fixed starting point. So like no matter what your animation is, when you go back to your idle pose, it always starts at the exact same frame. Engine loops the frames over and over again. Elena's is different because her attacks, I thought I saw her or something. Elena's attacks change the looping point of her idle animation. So normally, so you see me walking, right? You see where her animation starts, with her legs spread out like this, her front in her one hand up front, one hand on back, right? Like you can see exactly where her animation begins. If I do, let's see, light kick, right? It changes, right? Or if I do light kick here, it changes, right? You see that her back leg here changes where her animation starts, right? Go back here, changes again. Go right here. Well, actually, these are both the same. These are both the same. Wait, no, they're not the same. Slightly different. Yeah, right? Here. This one switches her sense to a back leg. This one here. And this one actually goes back to the original stuff. The original looping point, right? And again, like, right here, this here. Right? And like, this, like again, it is such a small detail that you don't notice unless you look for it, because realistically, how often are you going to see Elena's idle animation in a real fight? You don't. You're more likely to see a crouching animation or her walking back and forth, dashing back and forth, right? Even her dash, right? Look at how smoothly it transitions from the end of her backdash to her idle, right? Boom. Like, it's something you don't even notice until someone points it out, right? Boom. Right? Even though like her animation, her idle starts on this frame, right? So many of them have her, so many of her normal attacks have her animation, her idle animation actually start from the midpoint, because that's where her legs were when the attack animation ended. Like that level of smoothness, the level, and that's part of the reason why her idle has so many frames, so that it would look accurate, right? And this detail, again, it's something that you don't notice until it's not there, which unfortunately is not in Street Fighter 4. Get rid of this. Now I'll put up Ultra Street Fighter 4. Oops. Oh no, my game list that has all the games from my other account. I don't think there's anything incriminating here. Well, not on screen at least. Just to be safe. Kitty Ritty Idissy. Application. Window capture. Add new. Oh, didn't even have to hook it that time. It just showed up by itself. Nice. Sound Doko? Sound Doko? There we go.
Who will bask in the glory and adoration that comes with being declared the world training stage? Fight locale chosen.
Sparrock and F-Syrupy. Yeah, it's great.
Are
and again,
you ready? Fight!
I forgot how much I missed this theme. Right, so yeah, splats. And again, that is the reason why Gil looks the way he does. The reason why his outfit is so basically his fucking banana hammock, and how he's basically fighting naked the whole time, is to show off that red and blue split. Is to show off that Capcom's technology could do something like that. So go to the corner here. So remember when I was talking about how the looping point of Elena's idle animation changes depending on what she does to make it so that her feet syncs with the animation? Guess what this game doesn't do? See that? That one's pretty normal. This one is also like, yeah, that sticks like right. Right? And again, something that you don't notice until it's not there. Right? Right? It's very... I mean, I get it. It's a lot of work for something that ultimately doesn't matter, but it does end up making the game look a bit... I don't want to say cheap, although Street Fighter 4 was developed on a very tight budget, which is why the models are not particularly impressive, even when the game came out. But I think the art style is fine. Overall, it's fine. Also, if you notice a bit here, oh yeah, there's no.
Think you can keep up?
Yeah, sure, that'll work. You might notice that Elena's outfit,
Think you can keep
at
up?
least her top, is a bit more revealing than it is in her sprite, to the point that it's actually more accurate to Ikeno's character art than the actual sprite. Which, that's a nice detail, I guess. I also like how the rings move around. I didn't even think in Street Fighter. I didn't think that they would have that detail where the rings move around. That's a nice touch. I don't think they do that in Street Fighter 6 too. I always like that. That's a nice detail. Also, how do I show this off? You know what? That works. So put this here, and then okay. Yeah, I'll put this over here. I also want to bring close attention to Elena's color, or rather how her color is slightly different between the two games. And it's not just the lighting. It is a... If you pay attention, right? Elena in Street Fighter 3, like her hair is like kind of like a milky white. Whereas in Street Fighter 4, it's more like kind of like a gray. Almost silver, like slight blue tint, but it's like more gray. Her outfit is basically just white. It's like your outfit is more of a pure white. Like general, like her colors are like a bit cooler. Like she's not as warm in terms of her tint as she is in Street Fighter 3. Not a bad thing, just something I've noticed, right? Because, like, she looks a how do I explain this? Elena in Street Fighter 3, the way that she's colored kind of looks more like a tan. Right? It has that, like, slight orangeness to it. So it kind of looks like a... You know, kind of like a really deep tan. I don't know, that's something I always just felt. And like, the way that she's shaded, she looks kind of like, I don't want to say oily, but there's the way that she's shiny, like it's like really shiny, like kind of oily. And look, speaking of oil, this guy, right? Like the way Hakan is shaded because of his oil is kind of like the way that I always felt that Elena was shaded in Street Fighter 3. But has to do with the art direction than the actual model, right? But it's just like one of those minor differences between the characters, right? I didn't have a point to this, it's just something that I noticed. So I guess I can exit. Alright! Street Fighter 4 Elena. Well, I'm already here. I wonder if I could do it. Probably not. I haven't played Elena in so long. And this game, unlike Street Fighter 5 and 6, does not have an input buffer to make doing links easier. Let's see. It's on off. That's fine. Too much work. So first things first. Just have him do attacks. There you go. Go back to sand. Okay. So, Elena was a goddamn problem in Street Fighter 4. Many of which, actually I have the wrong super. Can I? I think it's too old. Yeah, I can't change it here, so I have to go back to... I'll actually pick double. I can get
The world's fiercest. Training stage. Your destiny will be determined here. Are you ready? Fight!
So, I wonder if it's saved. Am I recording? Nice, it did. I'll get to that later. So, Elena, Street Fighter 4, massive fucking problem. She played so well with the... She's like Chun-Li in Third Strike, where she plays so well with the mechanics, the system mechanics of the game, that she can kind of just ignore other aspects of it. The big one, the big meme is of course healing, right? Because how do you gain Ultra Combo meter, right? Your big ultimate attack. Fake continue conjure. Take damage, right? However, Elena is a character that cannot take a hit, right? Oh no, damage. Oh no, damage. Oh no, damage. Oh shit, right? She does not take damage very well. However, you can circumvent that with healing. Keep in mind that was Ultra Combo Double, which nerfs how much life you gain back. And I'm stupid. I'm fucking retarded. Wait a minute. Where is it? Yeah, it's going to count hit. Attack data, range call, stun count. Oh. Oh, I can't turn off life recovery. Oh, this game's that old, right? Shit. Okay, wait. Can I go infinite? No.
Who will bask in the glory and adoration that comes with being declared the world's greatest fighter?
Okay, nice. There we go. We're solar eclipse. I love this stage. I love this stage.
Africa, solar eclipse. The stage of battle.
It's funny how
is
like
set.
this stage is perfect for Elena, despite the fact that I think this is a super Street Fighter stage.
I'll show
She didn't
you
come
my
out until
test.
Ultra.
You ready?
I'm ready
it's
for
so-
action!
Are you ready? Fight!
Okay, so Elena,
The fight is underway.
where is it?
Which of these two
Where is it?
challenges will walk away a champion?
What the hell are these buttons?
Okay, are you ready?
Jesus, what are these buttons? What are these
Seriously?
buttons on keyboard? The fuck? Oh, here we go. Nope. I cannot make sense of these keyboard buttons. Whatever.
How long will this go on? Turn it all around!
Alright. I'm like, what, 40% here?
And there's the payoff!
I feel great.
So that's like, what, 20? Like about 25%, right?
Time marches on.
So, 1. So, we're running, but it doesn't heal all that much. So, about that. Oh, okay, hold on. I gotta put my keyboard here. Okay, wait. Let's see. Yeah, focus tag, right? Shit. That's important, by the way. If that hits twice, that's important, by the way. So, bulk attack here. It's a chargeable attack that gives you 1 hit of armor, but you can cancel out of it for free, basically, right? So what Alina would do is do that, right? She was right, and because Elena's perfect range like around here. This is Elena's ideal range. She's basically like an outbox, right? So she would be here, and if she ever feels in danger, focus, backdash, and she gets the ultra combo meter that powers her healing stuck around. Right? Basically this, right?
Turn it all around.
It was not uncommon for Elena to heal like 2, maybe even 3 times in a fight in one round.
Turn it all around.
And again, this is ultra combo double, so it's not much. But like, that's not a lot. We have to remember, this ultra combo double, which nerfs how much healing that she actually gets. I think if you just pick healing instead of ultra combo double, she heals like, I think 10 or 50% more? Or is it, right? So this is nerfed healing, by the way. Another thing that made Lena extremely annoying is this. This is her light punch. Ignore that it's a kick because, you know, Kapara was just doing punches, right? This is not a low. Is this a low? I forget. Is this a low? I think it's not. Yeah, this is not a low. This is the low. But this links into that. But it's like this. Extremely long range. Okay. Very, very long range light confirm that goes to a knockdown. Off of a point, right? And this links into this. I don't know if I can do it.
Time marches on.
No, that doesn't. Oh, no, it works.
Why don't we lie down for a while?
Pick up the pace.
That's good. Okay.
Fight.
Is this a low? I forget. Not a low. Okay. So I remember.
This bout will determine who is the strongest.
This
Recorded.
into right. Now let's smash. Okay, now let's smash. Let me have him block low. So, oh look, he's crouch blocking. Oh no, defense. Oh no, jump. I mean, she could do this. That's kind of slow. I think that head kick. This is an overhead. Not an overhead. This looks like an overhead. Not an overhead. Not an overhead. I think this. Yeah, that's an overhead. Did she link out of that? Yeah, she can link out of that. That's normal. So this mouse smash overhead. But you know, what was it? Just pretend that I linked into that, because you can link into jab, you can link into jab, into crouch jab, into deep. Right? I don't know if there's a mug.
And the battle continues.
Whatever. So let's mouse smash. Oh, and I burnt her meter too.
The fight has finally begun.
I actually need to. I need you to have power. It's actually very crucial. Oh, right, corner cross. I forgot this game. That was taken out in 5. That's kind of not. Games don't really do that anymore. Cross up in.
Neither one can get the upper hand.
Okay.
Now's your chance.
So. Actually, I should have. I missed an opportunity to actually show something off. I'll do it later. So, as we have established, this move here, Mallet Smash, overhead. Overhead special, can link.
This is going to end in violence.
Right. But it's like, you know, it's a pretty box standard overhead special. If you have better execution than me, you could link into, you know, DK or knockdown, right?
Neither one can
Now,
get the upper
it is
hand.
very important. You do not blink. Do not blink. See that? You want to see me do it again? EX Mallet Smash. I forget how. I believe this is like a 13 frame overhead. Still an overhead. See, he's cross blocking, right? He's blocking.
Neither one can get the upper hand.
Unreactable overhead that can link, that you can combo into and out of. Let's just do it.
Why don't we lie down for a while?
Will the time
Remember
stand
that?
firm?
Remember when I said Elena was supposed to be a defensive character? Yeah. So not in this game.
Scales have tipped.
Combo into and out of EX Mallet Smash, which is an unreactable overhead. What else? Right? That, oh god. So like at any point, she could just use EX Mallet Smash, and you had to basically predict
The jaws of defeat.
if it was basically had to predict what's gonna happen, right? Another annoying thing. This Link Stick. First of all, look at the meter gain on this, right? This move is a problem because
It doesn't
one,
get any more intense than
cheeky
this.
low. I'm sandblock here. Cheeky low, right? Cheeky low. That does not knock him back, by the way. It's basically like a sweep. Right?
Violence.
You in pain.
That's unfair. I should have had to block that. So one, very good meter gain for this. Like for Street Fighter 4, this is good meter gain. Number two, this. This is heavy Link Stick, which as you notice, goes twice. So, you could mix between light and heavy version of Link's Tail, and because they have the same startup frames, it was a guess on which one was worse. Because like, let's say, you know, Hakan here, I do light Link's Tail, right? And he blocks it, I'm negative, he can punish me off of that. However, if I do the heavy one, there is a gap between the two, but it is so small that if he tries to punish me for doing what he thought was a light Link's Tail, he just gets hit by a second. So basically, whenever Elena did this move, it was her turn. Because you, the opponent, had to guess which version it was, and if you guessed wrong, you got hit. So generally, you would just let her do it over and over again, because the risk reward was always in Elena's favor. What else? Like, let's see. Right, also because of her outboxing, like around here is where she want to be.
Is this it?
Yeah.
Is it the end?
I forget if that combos. I think it doesn't. I forgot how much range that had. Like Elena had a lot of simple, powerful tools that ironically made her an offensive powerhouse in addition to being a naturally defensive powerhouse that she always was.
Let's get started. Fight!
And again, you get more meter on block too if it's blocked. Right? Oh right, yeah. Light version hits once, medium version twice. So again, did I do light version now? Am I doing light? Light, medium? You just have to guess. Because if you try to bam, you try to punish it, you got hit. Oh, you're doing medium? Alright. Oh, that's medium, right? No, that was heavy. Get swept. And also, because Link's Tail doesn't, you see it knocks down, but it doesn't knock the opponent away. So every time this lands, it's the same situation over and over. Oh, still here. And Elena is still in her ice. And you can hit this far too. That was the wrong move.
Looks like we can expect fireworks. It doesn't get any more intense than this.
Okay, range isn't as long as I remember. Oh yeah, all right, they have different ranges. The second one hits for more range. Bam. So basically, yeah, I get to basically abuse this and stay in my ideal range. And if I'm ever in danger, just heal. Right? Like, Elena was a problem, and she was very easy. Like, she was figured out in like less than a week. Because she doesn't play exactly like this in Cross Tekken, but close enough. Like, she was figured out instantly, and she was a terror. Right? And again, there is no way that Capcom is unaware of her reputation in Street Fighter 4. In Street Fighter 3, it's whatever, right? She's a lower mid character in Street Fighter 3. So it's like whatever, right? But like again, and it's like part of it is like, even if Capcom did the smart thing went back in time and made it so that healing was her super move instead of her ultra move, she'd still be annoying, but nowhere near as bad. It's like the fact that healing is her ultra, and that, I mean, because it's Street Fighter 4, you are guaranteed to have ultra at least once a game. But the fact that Elena could abuse, also her really good backdash, could abuse focus FADC with her really good backdash, guaranteed that you would see healing twice, maybe even 3 times in a single round. Like, she would just... Elena never had to engage with the enemy in the fight, but even if she did, her fucking EX Mallet Smash and her fucking Link's, and how crazy Link's tail was, even if she did choose to engage in a fight, she always had advantage. Like, Capcom just accidentally made her like a very strong character, and like she was never, I'm saying, and you know, people found her weaknesses, like, you know, she was always top tier. Other characters were better, like, you know, DeCapre and Rolento, but like, who were, you know, better characters, but like, she is a very easy character to play, and she's extremely effective and extremely easy. So her and like Poison too. Poison was a fucking menace early on. As again, extremely easy, extremely effective. SFXT honestly isn't that bad. It's not that bad, but I understand its reputation, because that game started off fucked, and it got better over time, but its initial reputation was so bad that people just kind of gave up on it. But now, as a game, it's perfectly fine. You could check out Psycho Blue's channel, who still runs tournaments for Cross Tekken. Like, he is the arbiter of Cross Tekken. And yeah, no, that game, when you look at it in a modern view, it's not bad of a game. I still don't like the gym system, but you know, I get it. I don't like it, but I get it. Although it is fun to mess around with some of them. But okay. Basically, yes. Elena was extremely overtuned in Street Fighter 4. And there is no way that reputation has escaped Capcom. So I'm expecting Elena to have a lot of changes that basically enforce it that she can't do the bullshit that she can't hear. Because more than being really good and really simple, Elena was just annoying to fight. Every match was an uphill battle against her. I wonder what her matchup chart is. Hold up. What is her matchup chart? I doubt that she has any overwhelmingly negative matchups. Favorable matches against 20. That's already half the roster. What's Ultra so far? Like 44 characters? 26? Slightly over half the roster. Favorable matchups. Even matchups against another 11. So like that's 3/4 of the roster immediately. Unfavorable, 4.8 or less. Slightly less than even. You have to understand, like, this is insane. This is insane. For a relatively modern game, this matchup chart is fucking crazy. Just her kit is just crazy, dude. And again, it's not necessarily... And again, it wasn't necessarily her moveset. It's how it was changed to accommodate how different Street Fighter 4 was. They ended up making this character that is so perfectly attuned to the system mechanics of 4 with its focus and its ultra, and it ended up making... And how good EX moves were in Street Fighter 4. It's less so much the thing now, but like old games had moves that were just good. Basically, this move is good, it has no weaknesses. How do you fight it? You force your opponent to use this very good move with no weaknesses in a way that is in a way that is predictable, so that you can punish them for it. You don't get that anymore in a modern game. There's always a caveat to a move, where a move can be overwhelmingly strong, but it has an obvious weakness here or there, where older games just had moves that had no weaknesses. And the EX moves in Street Fighter 4 were kind of a way to experiment with, like, okay, this move has no weaknesses, but you have to spin bar to do it. However, that entirely gets circumvented by most supers in the game never got used because of how good EXs were. But also, you get your Ultra Combo, which you are guaranteed to have at least one of every round. And that basically kind of took place over... That, like, took the precedence over supers. Over normal super moves. So having Street Fighter 6 being like, oh yeah, you don't have to worry about super meter, because super is just for supers, and you can use your EXs for drive, your ODs for drive. That's not too dissimilar to how the meta in Street Fighter 4 ended up being. It's kind of funny in that way. What was I talking about? Right, Elena. I could turn off the loop here. Right. So my predictions for the reason you put healing at the lower end of Street Fighter 6. I didn't see the trailer yet. I'll watch it now. Video. Wait. Where's the... Oh, here we go. Play. Repeat. Because it's not called loop. Turn that off. Alright. There we go. Okay. Put the video back up. No, wait. Yeah, okay. So, immediate predictions. I think... Well, one, they're basically going to slow her moves down a lot. Because you can't have... Hold up. I need to look this up. Elena, SF4... Super Combo Wiki. How fast was her EX Mallet Smash? I want to say it was 13 frames. But let's see. Spin scythe. Link's Tail. Rhino Hone. Mallet Smash, EX. 15 frame startup. 15 frame overhead. For context, most overheads are like... Most overheads are like 20 frames. Alright? Drive Impact in Street Fighter 6, I believe, is like 25 frames. And people get caught by that all the fucking time. With all the obvious tells that Drive Impact has in Street Fighter 6, I think it's 25. Let me double check. I think it's 25 frames. I love it. The thirst. I'm looking up Google. Third thing that comes up: drive impact frame data. I love it, dude. All right, let's see. Drive gauge, burnout, impact, startup, drive impact startup. 26 frames. People get caught all the fucking time by drive impact, and that is 26 frames. Elena's EX mallet smash was 15. 10 less frames. That shit is unreactable. That's like Milia 6K territory in terms of like just unreactable overheads. That's fucked up. And it's really fun. That's really fun to watch happen to other people. It's really fun to do. It's really fun to watch happen to other people. But yeah, playing that shit, man, playing against that shit, I get it. I get why. Like, there's no way they're keeping that. I wouldn't even be surprised if Mallet Smash was moved entirely. Like, yeah, no, Elena, you don't get to have this move anymore. That'd be fucked up, but not inconceivable. Street Fighter 6 has actually done quite a lot of retooling for characters, which is something that Capcom were really hesitant to do for a long time. We're like, yeah, no, this moveset is the moveset forever. Like, it took how many games? How many years did it take for Guile to get a third special move? Did he even get a new normal? Did he even have? Wait, did Guile even get a new normal special move in 5? Because no, he got his he got a lot of stuff with his like supers, right? Like, hold up, Street Fighter 5, Guile. Don't know this by heart because I played solo Street Fighter 5. Like, I quit that game cold turkey and just played other fighting games. I hated that game so much. Ironically, I think I might enjoy it really now if I play it now, but Street Fighter 5 was rough for a long time. Let's see. Players to launch, command normal, sorry combos, special moves. Alright, here we go. Guile special moves. Sonic Boom. Somehow. Yeah, it took until Street Fighter 6 for Guile to just have more than 2 specials. Now, granted, 2 is all he needs, but like, you have to remember, Capcom for a long time was extremely hesitant to mess with the movesets of characters. Normally, what they would do is just like make a whole new character to test movesets with. But because of how expensive and how time-consuming game development is now, you can't really do that anymore. So they're changing characters wildly, right? Fucking hell, Claw is a motion character in Street Fighter 5 and not a charge character. That's crazy to me. Okay, right, Elena. I genuinely would not be surprised if Mallet Smash was not in the game. But, okay, let's see. Moveset assumptions. Well, for one, I think they're going to make back heavy kick and overhead again. I think it was an overhead in third strike. I don't remember. I'll play Sola Elena. Like, it makes logical sense to me that back heavy kick would be an overhead, but it's not. So, okay, let's see. Scratch wheel, rhino horn. I said getting rid of Mount Smash. They might actually get rid of Link's Tail. Because Link's Tail, the way how it just enabled so much brainless offense for Elena, meterless brainless offense, mind you, for Elena in Street Fighter 4, they might get rid of that entirely. Or they would have it so that OD Link's Tail is the only one that goes twice. The rest of them just go once. The elephant in the room is healing, right? How would they handle healing? In my mind, how they will navigate with healing. I think healing will be her level 2. And in Street Fighter 3 and Street Fighter 4, the way healing works is that you do healing. And if you let the animation play out, she heals like a lot of HP. And in Street Fighter 4 specifically, if you let the whole animation of healing play out, she does a, ooh, I feel great, which is a very long animation, right? So normally what you would do is that you would heal, and then you would, I think you press 3K again, like all 3 kick buttons again, or all 3 punches again, to cut healing off short, which also cuts off your healing, but also makes it so that you're not punishable for doing it. What I think they're going to actually do the opposite. What I think is that you do pop level 2 and you do healing, and you're going to heal a little bit, but if you hold down the button, you get to heal more. And I think how they're going to handle it is that you can choose to heal more life, but it saps from your drive gauge. And a lot of people that play Street Fighter 6 will tell you this, that your drive gauge is like more, in a lot of ways, your drive gauge is actually more important than your life gauge. Like, that's just how crucial drive is in Street Fighter 6. More people value drive gauge over health. Like, I will eat damage so that my drive gauge does not get attacked. Like, some people will just eat hits because blocking it detracts from drive gauge, decreases drive gauge, right? So I think that's how they're going to balance it. Like, yeah, no, you can heal, and you can heal quite a bit, but if you choose to heal more, it saps from your drive gauge, and I think that Elena will be able to heal as much. Basically, it will sap your drive gauge until you get into burnout. I think that's how they're going to handle healing. Because there is no way that she can't have healing. I think that's how they're going to handle it. However, actually, I said level 2. I'm changing my answer. I'm changing it to level 3. I think, because again, Terry Bogard has like his level 2 that you can. No, I'm changing my mind again. Level 2. Because Terry Bogard has his level 2 that can go into a level 3 with drive. Well, yeah, he has a power geyser, and he can do a double geyser with drive. And if you have a third bar super, you can make it a level 3 super. You can, if you have another bar super, you can turn his level 2 into a level 3. I think that's how they can handle healing. It's also has level 2, but you can sacrifice more drive gauge to heal it. That makes sense to me. It also yeah, that sounds about good. Bot. Botto? Hello, Botto? Wait. Oh, that's Twitch. I thought that was Kick. What am I doing? I can just use this. I'm done here. Let's do this. There we go. Bonnet. Man, I remember when I said I wanted this to be a short stream. Like, this was supposed to be like a half hour. I'm 2 hours in on this bullshit. Okay, trailer. Yeah, I'm also gonna be focusing on how healing works.
Taking a life and giving life? Fighting and living?
Is that Tomboy? Wait a minute. Tomboy. Da 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 da. No, it's not.
Giving life? Fighting and living? I wasn't looking to fight to the death.
Actually, yeah, hold up. Elena's face here, because she's always all really happy and smiles, but her smile here looks, I don't know if it's the animation or if it's like her smile is different because it's a bit off, right? Like she's kind of forcing it because she's really thinking about the shit that Akuma's saying. That's whatever, headcanon, whatever. I think it's because, or maybe I'm just fucking dumb. Yeah, hiding the paint smile, yeah. Or it could just be like how she's stylized in that her eyes aren't as like big, because you know Street Fighter 6's art style inches closer towards realism, specifically in the faces, not so much in the body types, because the body types are still as cartoonish as ever, right? But the way the faces are animated, I mean, okay, well the mouths are also largely exaggerated, but like the facial proportions and like the way the eyes are, specifically the eyes, are a bit more closer to realism. I mean, still obviously stylized, but like I'm used to Elena's eyes being bigger, a bit more, basically bigger, right? A bit bigger, a bit more innocent, big bright blue eyes, right? But you know, that stage of school again combines aspects of Street Fighter 3, Street Fighter 2 over stage in Street Fighter 3 and Street Fighter 2. Even although I still like Street Fighter 2 the best, but again, Street Fighter second impact, not Street Fighter 2, because she's not in Street Fighter 2.
Time for us to dance.
I also appreciate, yeah, I'm gonna do this a lot. If you want to see the trailer on pause, watch it your damn self. You had enough time to watch it like 80 times by now. So I do like okay, so seeing the model in motion, I really do appreciate the outfit a bit more now. Like, yeah, it's mostly like, hold up, turn on cursor to show off a better example. So her color scheme is still like, you know, hello? I thought I put cursor, capture cursor. Okay. There we go. So her color scheme is still like, you know, white, brown, white top, brown, then white with the pants, brown with the legs, white, brown, and then you have some colors here to break it up, right? I appreciate, it seems that they went with like red being her tertiary color, because you can see it on the neck, her chest, you can see it on her belt, on her pants, her sandals here. So mostly red seems to be her tertiary color. And you know, I'm fine with that, right? But it's still mostly just like, because it's because her skin has that slight like kind of orangey tint to it. It's close enough to the red accent is close enough to her brown that it doesn't quite throw off the balance, the color balance, right? She doesn't like what cool colors does she have actually? Because so far I think it's just her bracelet and like the cool like metal, like what's that, like silver maybe? Well, not a silver, but like this like the cool gray on her armlets and like this blue here. She's still like she retains a warm color palette, which again was one of the things that I mentioned in Street Fighter 4, where she had more of a cooler tint, like her hair was more like a colder gray, and her even the whites of her outfit here, they're a bit more like kind of like not pure white. Hold up, let's go back here actually.
The fight to
Like, yeah, the white of her pants is more like it's a kind of bit of a cream color. Like it has a very slight yellowish tint to it, which of course matches well with her skin and the tertiary reds. Like it's a warm shade of white. And, you know, her neck, red and yellow, like very bright warm color palette, right? broken up very slightly by bits of blue. The very tiny slits, parts of blue, her eyes, her armlet, her other armlets, right? Oh yeah, her earrings, right? Yeah, bits of blue there too, and a bit of a blue on her neckerchief, right? Even I think the shading, the zebra pattern has a bluish tint to it as well. Zuba wearing Zubaz. Yeah. Yeah. I dig it. I like I love tacky patterns. I love tacky pattern clothes. I love DJ's pants just being a Jamaican flag. That's heavy kick. Yeah, because back heavy kick is yeah, that's a side kick. Back heavy kick is more like an overhead. Okay. Heavy punch? Is that a tech jump? I think her heavy punch was a tech jump in Street Fighter 3. So you could actually use it to beat lows. Because Chun-Li can do that too. Her standing heavy kick is a tech jump. So she can use it to hop over lower attacks and counter attack at the same time. Although, considering how far away these two characters, considering how far away Elena is from DJ's sweep here, I don't think it's actually a tech jump. It's just a cool looking scenario. Because Street Fighter, because Turtles do that a lot, where here's something that is actually fake, but it just looks cool in the shot, right? So it might not actually be a tech jump. They might have gotten rid of that. Ooh, but that's not fake. Yeah, hopping over the slide. Yeah, no, that's definitely a tuck jump. Yeah, and that's definitely back heavy kick. So yeah, this is like this. I believe in Street Fighter 3 this was an overhead, but it wasn't in Street Fighter 4 because having a retreating overhead is really fucking strong. Because one, it makes it hard to punish, and a lot of games don't really have, because of how frame data focused a lot of modern fighting games are. A lot of old fighting games were balanced, air quote balanced, around distance, where this move might be negative on block, but there's so much pushback that it's unpunishable unless you're playing Ken and Third Strike, and you can just SA3. You can use SA3 to punish literally anything. Yeah. She moves quite back. She moves back quite a lot too. Okay, so she's right. She'll say she's right here. So. That's quite a lot of distance. Like from right here. That's pretty good. Yeah, a move like this, a retreating attack, is what I like to call plus on whiff. Unless, modern game, it's probably going to have a very fucked up extended hurt box that makes it easy to punish counter. But generally, to move like that in older games, they were super strong because if the attack missed, by the time you have to predict you can't react to the attack missing to punish it, because by the time you would notice that the attack missed, your character would basically be safe, right? And again, if the attack did land and it was blocked, unless it was super negative on hit, it was harder to punish because of distance. You were farther away than what you would be for most punish attempts. Kind of reminds of Kofi Kingston. Yeah, I can see it. DJ does kind of look like Kofi Kingston. I can see it. Ooh! catches the sway. Is that still an overhead? That's a counter. That's also a counter. I think it's a punish counter. Wait, I have to hit her sound. Whoa, is that a punish counter or is it a counter? Counter. Okay. Woo, wait. Oh. She has target combo from that. Oh. Okay. So this is her main overhead. Long distance. Counter hit, you could link out through it. There is no way they're gonna keep that. If she could use a target combo from this overhead, there is no way they're keeping that plus enough to link after on counter. There's no way they're doing that. So this is gonna be, and also because she would move backwards. Because hold up, let me pull it up. Zweifus, my beloved, where are you? Oh, I can get rid of all this shit. I don't need any of this stuff. Get rid of that, 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 and that, and that, and that, and that, and that, and that, but not this. Okay, because remember, Elena's meant to be like a mid-range pokey character. A lot like Chun-Li, actually. Like, a lot, you could say that Elena was the Chun-Li of Street Fighter 3 before they added Chun-Li back into the game. But she basically filled that same, like, really strong normals, pokey, counter pokey, annoying defensive character. Let's see, where's the button? Not middle kick. It's forward medium punch. Yeah. So this, right? This move here. So let me move the video so it's easier to see. So as you can see here, if you pay close attention to where her legs are, her position does not change when she recovers from the attack. So this is basically just a really, really good poke, right? There is no way in a modern game sense that they would keep this being plus on counter. With a move this long range off of a normal that's also an overhead, you can't have a move that's that good anymore in a modern game. So the drawback is, I'm assuming they're also going to slow it down on recovery, so that's easier to counter. So it's easier to punch counter, obviously. But yeah, no, this normal this is a move that had to be what do we call it now? Normalized. Yeah, as is, that was too good. Oh shit, what did I get rid of? That's fine. That's fine. That's inconsequential. That's negligible. My new favorite word. Yeah, but that's really good. Getting a target, just getting free damage off of a. It might, considering how. Wait. Considering how much distance this move covers, I don't even think it's going to be an overhead anymore. It's just going to be a really good poke. And if you get a hit, you get your target combo. Air chain, sweep, or sweep being as good as it always is. I forgot to cover how fucking crazy her sweep was. She's higher off the ground than normally. This sweep, in addition to having really long range, it also lowered Elena's hurt box, so you could use it to go under things that you normally shouldn't. But in terms of animation, she's higher off the ground than she normally is, so they probably got rid of that. Yep. Here's her other overhead. Her quote-unquote normal overhead. The overhead that you're supposed to use as an overhead. And even that has a follow-up now. Yeah, there's a slide. This slide is so fucking annoying, dude. Although, that was That was a fake fireball. Wait a minute. No, it was. No, it wasn't. That was gonna be a normal fireball. But the fireball didn't come out. So that was. So normally, Elena would use this to slide under fireballs, even though. But the fact that the fireball didn't come out makes me think that it might not do that. Also, this slide is incredibly annoying because I could just show it off. I'm fucking stupid. Hold up. Let's see. Where is it? It's like down forward high. It's like down forward heavy kick. Specials. Huh? Miss. Oh, specials too, I guess. There we go. Down forward high kick. Like, see that? You see how, like, she kind of crawls a little bit backwards after the kick is done? Again, makes it harder to punish because she's moving back into her ideal range, which is her ideal mid-range. Because, you know, the way to use slides in fighting games, that you wanted to make sure that you generally want to make so that it hits at the very tip, like at the very tip. So, bam. So she'd be like, so that's here. So like probably like around here where the animation finishes, which again makes it a bit hard. Which, if you space it correctly, makes her slide incredibly difficult to punish. And again, like most slides, it goes under fireballs, which may or may not be kept. I don't know if they're going to keep that. I feel like they would, because Elena does need a way to maneuver around fireballs, as every character does in a modern game. You're not going to have a character who just has to eat that shit forever anymore. Which is why Ryu changed so drastically to how he used to be. Because he used to be the fireball character, but that changed very quickly over time. Because every game after Street Fighter 2 made Ryu's fireballs weaker in some aspect. Which is why it's which is why Ryu, I feel like, is a good. I feel like, and you know, the Street Fighter games are designed around Ryu, so which is kind of why Blas was doing so fucking good in Kumite, because he had no preconceived notions of how Ryu is, air quotes, supposed to play, because Ryu has not been Hadouken fireball guy for like 20 years. But that's the mental image that a lot of old people have when you think of Ryu as a character. It's Hadouken. I mean, to the extent that Luke has that taunt where he does the fake Hadouken, making fun of that, despite the fact that Ryu has not been a character for so long now. But it's such an immovable aspect of what Ryu is in popular culture. It's one of those things, right? Anyway. Back to le video. Oh, you see that? You saw that? What I tell you? Pay close attention to what happens after the slide connects. Pay close attention. Yeah, old people that played old Street Fighter games. Pay close attention to what happens after this slide connects. She didn't move backwards. See that? You saw that? She didn't move backwards. That's how they nerfed the slide. So I think it's still going to say keep going under fireballs. But going back here, she doesn't scoot backwards after the slide. So if the slide is blocked, she stays closer to you so that if you block the slide, you can punish her. Again, that's how they nerf the slide. You keep it good. You keep some good aspects and remove. You keep some good aspects, but you nerf it so that it has more consequence. You have to pay more attention to how you use the slide now. You can't just use it at tip range and then, oh, well, I move backwards a little bit, so now you can't punish me. Ha 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 ha. Right? It's not a brainless move anymore. I mean, slides aren't truly that brainless because, you know, if you space them incorrectly, you're going to get fucked anyway. So, but it's like, if you use the slide at ideal distance, which is at max range, even if you block it, Elena moves forward during the recovery, so you can kick her in the fucking face. Yeah, again, that's what makes Terry strong. And again, that is why that what makes Terry strong in Street Fighter, is that his projectile travels along the ground, which is something that most fireballs don't do. Characters in Street Fighter don't have low projectiles. There's like what? Sagat, there's Remy, who else? Juri. Who else? I mean, yeah. And then you have like, Sea Viper has her Seismo that travels along the ground, so that would blow up her slide. That would blow up slides. Who else? Yeah, not a lot of characters have ground projectiles, right? So Terry having access to that, not only that, but like 3, 4 versions of that makes him really strong in Street Fighter Neutral. Terry is actually quite interesting in Street Fighter. In the context of Street Fighter, Terry's is really interesting because you want to play neutral using Terry's specials instead of his normals. Because normals, most of them aren't all that good. So you actually want to use his specials, right? You want to use his power waves. You want to use his max range burn knuckle, right? Lentil String Super? Yeah, true. But I was thinking more of like normal specials and not supers. But yeah. It makes it so that Elena's slide is something that you kind of don't have to deal with anymore if used incorrectly. Air quotes incorrectly, right?
What do you say? How about
An animation,
you dance
very nice. Look at
with
that
me?
mocap. Look at all the animation. Look at how good the animation is. Actually, I have to watch this again to just adore the animation. Oh, is she gonna do Rhino Horn? What the fuck?
How about you dance with me?
New move. New move. Goes. Okay, is that fireball? Is that fireball invincible, or does it just go under fireballs?
You dance with me.
I'm gonna go with fireball invincibility, because Elena has a lot of maneuvers that go under fireballs. So I'm assuming this is just completely invulnerable to fireballs. I don't think she would need something like that, but sure. Bro. Oh. Is that a stance? Is that what this is? We felt that Elena players had trouble getting in. Was that a normal hit? Wait a minute. That knocks down a normal hit? That's... Okay. Whoa! So you get this. Knocks down a normal hit. That's really strong for a character like Elena. Okay? That... Wait a minute. Okay. I'm going to assume that this did not... Okay, I'm just going to assume that this is just a cool looking shot. Because if this stance thing actually low profiles under mids, that's way too good for a normal... That's way too good for a modern fighting game. That would throw the balance completely out of whack. So I'm just going to assume that that this was spaced far enough apart that the attack would miss anyway, but it just looks cool for the video. But also, what the hell was this attack? Punish counter. Launch. Into scratch wheel, her DP, right? Does that also launch on normal hit? I mean, that's less impressive. Like the knock... Let's go back here. That knockback That knockdown, that far back off of a normal special for Elena, that's crazy. There's her throw, looking the same as all it does. That was a count. That was that a wait. Blah. Okay. Button. That's definitely a button. Button. Cancel. Canceling. Recovers. Cancel immediately. Like does an empty reversal into. Okay, wait. So she gets a forward and a backward version of this thing? It's the forward one. You got this, which is a mid. You got that one, that's a launcher. Fake one into... Fake one... That has to be an overhead. Or maybe it's not. I assume this is an overhead. That has to be an overhead. Bam. Into a follow-up. Rhino horn, looking the same as always does. Spin sight. There's mallet Wait a minute. Alright, so my immediate thought is... Okay. Spin sight! So, she's doing the forward roll thing. But she does it twice. So you can hold it and I assume get a more powerful version of a if you hold it. So okay. Alright. So that's a mix tool. No, it's not. I'm dumb. I'm being retarded. Never mind. So you can fake it and go into a low, or you can I'm going to assume that this command roll that every button is in follow-up. I'm assuming that the light kick version is going to be the double kick that did the knockdown. Heavy kick will be the launcher, and middle kick will be mallet smash. Is that how they're going to handle it? That you can only she can only do mallet smash from this stance thing? Or does the second powered up version change her moves? Mallet smash did not link afterwards. She has to link after mallet smash. There's no way something as telegraphed as this into an overhead. There is no way she won't be able to link after that. Shimmy. Is that a shimmy? That... I'm paying attention to Elena's foot here. I can't tell if this is her walking backwards or if this is part of her idle animation. I'm assuming due to the scenario that's happening on screen, this is a shimmy, and she is walking backwards to make DJ miss the throw so that she could punish. That looks like a medium kick. Spin scythe into launcher. I mean, EX spin scythe did always launch, but I don't remember if you were able to get follow-ups from it. It was more of just a knockdown. Spin scythe, bam, bam. Wait, no. Was that spin scythe cancel into the roll? Spin scythe. I think that... No, she canceled into the roll. Ooh, she has... So, now question. Can she do that normally, or is that EX exclusive? Does she actually... Did they give her EX cancels? EX into... Not EX, OD. OD into OD cancels? That's... Oh, shit. Oh, YouTube. YouTube, bro. Still here? We still here? Uh, hello, is the feet still here? Testing. Okay, all right, good. All right, I guess that was just the caster labs problem. All right. Okay, so spin scythe, OD spin scythe, cancel into roll, and I think that was the launcher, right? Yeah, that was not scratch wheel. That was the launcher follow up from the roll. Into level 1. Ooh. Level 1 is a launcher that you can combo afterwards. Ooh, that's always fun. That's fun. No, you got to be able to get more from that. There's no way that you can only go into scratch wheel from that. There's definitely going to be some shenanigans with that, like drive rush button into like cross under or some drive rush button into normal into like dash under. Like there's gonna be some dirt with that. There always is. Although I don't quite like that. I don't like the idea of Elena having mix. That kind of scares me. Hold up. I just noticed that how long Elena's neck is. Like they kept that aspect of the character. I mean, Elena's whole thing is that she's long. Like she has longer hair. She has all these long sets. Like her hair is longer, but also like her neck's. Yeah, she still has her giraffe neck. I like that. It was hard to tell because of her longer hair. What? What's that say? Well, I don't care. A little off screen. Oh yeah, here's a drink. Off screen. Just holds it out. You gonna get up there, bud?
I'm ready to go.
Well, actually, that's actually kind of cute. Like, it's a transition into the next round. She gives you a little energy drink or something. That's. And now we got the classic.
I'm ready to.
I'm genuinely shocked that this is in the game. I would have thought that the esports era would have nipped this shit in the bud. And it's like the way it's shaped, like this. I'm trying to get a feel for her proportions here. She actually has more rings on her too. Like she has a lot more rings. That's nice. And her Casca hair. This. Dude, she looks so fucking different. Holy shit. It's crazy what a hair. Hold up. They didn't have the booba? Well, I meant. Well, one, look at the side booba. Look at the under booba. That's what I meant. I didn't think they'd have that much exposure for a modern video game. But I'm looking more at her face right now. I'm trying to get a feel for her. No, like her actual like body proportions, like her shoulders, her head, her waist, right? Because actually, I want to save this here. Save this, and then I go to here and here. I want to see something here. I want to test something. Right, I should talk more. I feel like the way that Elena was modeled in this game, with the classic outfit, especially here.
I'm ready to.
This face is 100. Well, one, holy shit. It's amazing how hair can make you look like a different person. Like she looks like a different fucking person with the different hair. But more than that is this face looks like Daigo Ikeno. This looks like how Daigo Ikeno would draw Elena in terms of how the face looks. But the way the body is proportioned looks like Kinu Nishimura. Like they combined both aspects of how, like, they combine how Elena would look like, how Elena looks like from different artists that worked on Street Fighter 3. Let's see. Let's go here. Uncanny Valley? Well, yeah, because it's a still frame. And, well, yeah, it's a Uncanny Valley. Have you ever paused a YouTube video of a person talking? That freeze frame is always going to look Uncanny Valley because the human face is always moving at all times, even if albeit slightly. So to have a completely still face looks really weird. God, she looks like a different person. Jesus. I also thought that, okay, I guess I was wrong. I also thought that her skin was slightly different for her normal outfit. Like, I thought the tint was slightly off or slightly different, but it's not. Also, and also, her hair is like completely white. Like, it's not even like the kind of creamy white, like milky white. That's like paper white. But okay. Get rid of these two. Actually, no. Get rid of this one. And I'm going to cross-reference this with Elena artwork. If I can pull up the... Did I get rid of... I did. Okay. New Tabo. TFG. So let me look at some art here. Here. All right. This one. Where's the Ikeno art? This one. Yeah, the hair the hair isn't as quite as fluffy as Ikeno likes to draw it. But like, I could see it, the shape of the hair, how it frames her face. It's pretty close to how Ikeno drew her face. Right? If you go back to Nishimura over here, and I go back to the video. Actually, wait. Wait, no, hold on. Wait, hold on. I pull this up. It's over here. Wait, no, wait, oh, wait. What am I doing? Right. No, I want this over here. And I want this over here. I'll put that down here for now. And this, I'll crop this. Actually, no, I could use a video for that. What the fuck am I doing here? No, get rid of that. Go back to the video. Hold up. I want to see what her proportions look like in a match. No, you can't. But when I want to pay attention to proportions. Jesus. Okay. Unintentional, but I'll take it. Yeah, these are exactly Nishimura's proportions. Yeah, that's exactly the same. That's the wait. I think wait. Yeah, no. The hip. Yeah, the hip, the legs, shoulders down. Yeah, image is born brown. Well, yeah. Um, this version of Elena that Nishimura drew, if I remember correctly, hold up, because the capital, the Elena art for Street Fighter 3, the one that hold up, hold up, where is it? Because I remember correctly, this this one, I believe this one was not colored in game. New Generation had victory and loss portraits, but they weren't colored in. They were colored in Second Impact. But the coloring, this is not the coloring I was using those. I believe this is promo art. I'm pretty sure. But if we're talking about like if like in game art that was used in game, it would be it would be this. This is the art that was actually used in game. But if I remember correctly, I don't think this artwork was drawn by Nishimura. I believe this is Ikeno. Yeah, no, this is Ikeno. You know, I can tell by the line art. Watch me be fucking wrong. Yeah, this right here. Oh, I can do that here. Fuck, I'm. Okay, hold on. Yeah, okay. This. Uh, yeah. We're good? Okay, we're good. So, this. This is the official coloring that Nishimura did for Second Impact. Right? This is the what was actually used for the right. The other one that I showed, the this one, this is a recreation. It's not the same. Ah, you hit something. Right? And I gotta clear up all this shit. It, uh, okay, but yeah, but you can see that here in the official character render that was used in New Generation here. The colors are base. Actually, no. The skin color's the same, but like the hair, it's more of a. Oh, it could be the lighting though. It could just be the lighting of the stage, but it's more. It's kind of beige, actually. Like I said, paper white, but that was due to the lighting. This actually, yeah, it could just be that fire, that bonfire in the back, that's changing the color, that's shifting the hue. Was it hue? The hue over here, the temperature, whatever. But our hair has more of a in this art has more of a blue tint to it. Well, no, more like a neutral gray that was used in Street Fighter 4. Anyway, I forgot what I was doing. Right proportions. Yusuke Murata drew Elena? Huh. Well, might as well put that here for... Yeah, here's a piece, Elena piece that was drawn by Yusuke Murata. The One Punch Man guy. Anyway, I should stop. I can do this all day. Yeah, okay. Right. So, as I was saying, right? God, I'm fucking dumb. I could have compared it to the one on my head here. They're laying on my head here. Yeah, the proportions, the body proportions are exactly the same as the way Nishimura drew it, but the face is very much Daigo Ikeno. So I like how they're taking how multiple aspects of how the character was drawn and combining it into this one thing, I guess. I don't know the term for it, but I think that's nice. I just noticed that she's beating up Akuma. Oh, they're actually canonizing it. They're actually canonizing her Street Fighter 4 ending, where she just became friends with Akuma.
I'm ready to go.
That's fucked up. Yeah, normal spin scythe, cancel into the dash, and plus enough to block OD Shoryuken. That's crazy. Heavy kick, punish counter, launches. Ooh. Okay, so she did this special before, but she did it like during a back roll. So, wait, so does that mean that... Wait, I just noticed she didn't do another move out of the back roll. So, is it not a stance, or can you not do it normally without the back roll? Is OD the only way you can use it without a back roll? Huh. And it has Wait, that was her spin scythe Thunder. Her OD, her EX spin scythe. So that's where they changed it. Bam, bam, bam. The launcher, woo! That looks... So I've been disappointed by this before, where... Well, in Street Fighter 6, where moves that have high juggles on their hits that look like you can combo afterwards, you actually can't. I think if you use that... Nice ass. I feel like if I use that specifically as an anti-air, I could probably get, I don't know, like a jab scratch wheel out of it. So a small follow-up, but nothing substantial. That's fucked up. Well, no, it's not. That's pretty normal, actually. I just wanted to say that. Ooh, awesome. So it's a thing, launcher, third hit misses, DP. Is that back anything? Let the overhead? No, that's normal heavy kick. Cross up button, of course. She looked... Well, at least, if nothing else, Elena's gonna have a lot of very easy hit confirms. I also haven't seen a lot of the grounded footsies that Street Fighter is known for. Wiggling back and forth, using her really long buttons. She's definitely a lot more close range in this game than she is in every other version of Street Fighter. And that's probably why she has so many target combos now as a way to make her play more close range, the way that you kind of have to play Street Fighter 6. Level 2, which is not healing, unless... Oh no. Did Capcom incorporate healing in the lamest way possible, where it's just something that happens automatically during her super? That is the worst way to handle it. That's so boring. Wait, I just noticed. The only time we ever saw Mount Smash is from the fucking forward roll stance. Can she not do it normally? It's gonna be one of those things. It's gonna be like that back roll overhead. Like, it's gonna... She's only gonna be able to do Mallet Smash without the forward roll if it's an OD. Is that how they're gonna handle it? Like, the problem with Mallet Smash in Street Fighter 4 is that it was 15 fucking frames. It's not that fast, so you don't have to... Well, okay. To be fair, like I said, Elena's not really a mix-up heavy character. So, that doesn't really affect her gameplay too much, honestly. Because part of the reason why Elena was so strong in 4 was that EX Mallet Smash being 15 frames gave her mix, which is something that she normally doesn't really have. Like, yeah, she has normal Mallet Slash, she has like the command overhead to catch you sleeping, but it's not like, oh, what's the mix? She's not that kind of character. Link. Level 3. What? What was that? Cheeky little chest bump. Treat him like a fucking volleyball. That's kind of fun. Wow. Oh, the handstand. That's nice. She looks better here, actually. Okay. I still don't like her new hairstyle, but like this, like the way the bangs curve on this angle, that looks nice. I think that looks good. Oh, that's nice. That's pretty cute. I didn't see healing at all, though. There's no way they removed it. We'll do it again. I like that. Healing, using it as like a jump scare. Healing jump scare. That's pretty funny. But okay. Is that level 2? Wait. Level 3. Yeah, level 2. Okay, so that's what it is. This. So, level 2, I was partially right. Level 2. And from this, you can go into healing. I mean... That's still kind of lame, though. The idea behind healing is that you have to give up damage. So allowing Elena to go into healing from a super that does damage doesn't feel right to me. But also, Street Fighter 6 is such an offensive-heavy game that Elena very rarely, if ever, would actually have the distance in order to use healing safely. You would mostly get it how you use Street Fighter 4, where like, oh, I got a knockdown. Right, because Link's I just noticed Link's tail did not show up in this game. In this video. Does she not have Link's tail anymore? I mean, Link's tail always was kind of a problem, but like, is that how they're gonna handle it? Because one of the primary ways that you use healing in Street Fighter 4 is that you use Link's tail, because the move was classified as a sweep, which means you couldn't roll, you couldn't do a quick rise from it. So you would use Link's Tail, heal, then cancel healing. Like, you know, heal a little bit and then cancel healing so that you would heal enough. Because in Street Fighter 4, you got a damage buff, not a damage, a defense buff. The lower you are in life, like I think it started at half life. You started getting, you know, it's gut scaling, right? You know, the lower life you have, the more defense you have. So you would heal a little bit to keep the gut scaling, so that, yeah, one of those things. If they got, I mean, yeah, if Link's Tail was the problem move, you can get rid of it. But like, if she can't use healing without going into an offensive super, then you don't have anything to be scared of from healing. So it feels a bit like an overcorrection. Shina. I don't know. I'm not a fucking game designer, but it's like her kit. The mechanics, the system mechanics of Street Fighter 6 do not incentivize Elena to play the terrifying character that she was in Street Fighter 4. Like, on a system mechanical level, she would not be able to do any of those things. Even if her moveset was exactly the same, she wouldn't be able to do any of those things. Well, okay, 15 frame overhead. Okay, I mean, that's not a system mechanical. That's a character. Okay, that, but like, I mean, there's no focus attack, so she can't do like focus backdash to just get free ultra meter. So healing is inherently less of a threat than it could have been in 4. Scaling, I don't even know if Street Fighter 6 has gut scaling. If it does, it is so minuscule to the point that it doesn't even really matter all that much. So healing is also inherently less of a threat because of how much lower the defense values are. I still think having healing just be her level 2 without going into this an offensive super to activate it still would not be anywhere near as strong as it could have been in 4, inherently due to how the system mechanics work in Street Fighter 6. So whatever. I mean, it feels like it was there out of obligation. It's Elena, so she needs to have healing. But it's neutered in a way that makes it because, oh yeah, just do the super and then you cancel it out into healing. So instead of doing the big cash out damage, you just heal a little bit. I was really thinking they were going to have it interact with the drive gauge at all. Or maybe it still might, but you still have to go into... But okay, it might be in the way that, okay, the super, even if you cancel into healing, because you did the super move, it buys you a bit of time to heal at least a little bit. So it still might interact somewhat with the drive system. But if not, like, that's a really lame way to handle it. But whatever. That's the end of that. And now, let's see, Street Fighter 6. Street Fighter 6. The Librarium. And I'll open up Steam. Window capture. And for the last, I'll just read this. Yeah. There we go. This. I'll crop more of the bottom out. And then I'll just zoom in like this. Yeah, there we go. Herd of fluid moves, turning point into prey. Elephantastic. Alright, fuck off. Oh. Oh, right, I have to go to the website for the character explanation. Right, okay. False alarm. Well, it's not even an alarm. Why did I say that? Whatever. Get rid of this then. Go back to my, go back here. Street Fighter 6! Okay, Eva Ladar. Dare? Dade? You know, that's a fine voice. Actually. Right, I forgot. There was something I wanted to point out when I saw the video. Hold up a minute. I think it was around during this.
Oh, thanks. Nice fight. I'm ready to go. Yep. An opening. Yep, getting started. Right along.
Yeah, that. Yeah, her lap. That lap is spot on for third strike. Let's see. Elena character sounds. Wait, that's the. Wait, no. Wait, yeah, no, yeah. Let me put it here so I don't forget where it is. Unzip here. Why is it over the... Whatever. Whatever. Okay, let's see. Which one is it? Wait, why are... These are WAV files. Why are they showing up as... Why are they flagged as video? Whatever. Let's see. Try this. It's not gonna crush my, Alright, no, that's not it. Okay, let's see. Which one of these is it? Yeah, it is 17. This one. Wamp. This one. That's spot on, dude. Fuck. It put. Hold up. You did hear that, right? Okay, yeah, it's being picked up. All right, go back to the trailer. Less spot on than I remember, but that's really close. Nah, that's still good. Well, the fact that I even thought it was spot on, I feel like is a good showing of the direction of the game, because it is accurate to what my memory of what the last was.
That was no sweat at all.
And that's second to actually being so. At the very least, I could say that the voice direction is your Street Fighter 6. Oh, that's the one. Is that a different one? Am I guessing? No, it should be the same, right? Because your level 2 doesn't, your level 2 doesn't have a critical art flag. Like your level 2 doesn't change, and that's your level 2. So why would it be different? Yeah. Whatever, laugh good. But the voice director did. For once, an English voice director did their job correctly. It's not 1-to-1, but it's close enough that I didn't even notice it. So, yeah. God, I was reminded of Elena's voice in Cross Tekken. It's so fucking deep. Like, it's not a bad voice, but it's not what... Alright, pull it up. Let's see. Writer's resource... sounds resource. Let's see. Tekken. Elena. Cross Tekken. Is this English or Japanese? It doesn't say. Well, I'll find out, won't I? Extracto here. Oh, it has both. That's nice. Oh, that'll make this comparison. So let me just compare it a lot funnier. Actually, couldn't I just copy the folder? Well, not copy. Can't I just use? Yeah, let's try this. Minor testing on stream. Let's see.
Feel the rhythm of the earth and the whispers of the wind. Mr. Abu, Miss Alisa, Miss Asuka, Kuro, Mr. Blanca, Mr. Balrog, Mr. Bob.
I forgot that there were announcement packs. That character-themed announcement packs. I forgot about that. I thought it was associated that as an anime thing.
Mr. Brian, Mr. Bison, Mr. Cody, Miss Christy, Cole, Miss Cammy, Miss Chung Lee, Mr. Dudley, Mr. Dalsim, Miss Elena, Miss...
You can hear, right? You can hear the strain on her throat as she's trying to match Elena's high-pitched voice, but can't quite get there.
Mr. Akuma, Mr. Gaia, Mr. Guy, Mr. Heihachi, Mr. Hugo, Mr. Harong.
I mean, I'm not blaming the voice actress for it, because, like, Elena's voice is disorientatingly high-pitched if you're not used to it. I'll play this out while I get the Japanese one.
Miss Ibuki, Mr. Jack Cross, Mr. Jin, Miss Judy, Miss Julia.
I forgot Jack Cross. Yeah, there's a unique Jack robot. It's Jack Cross. Fun.
Mr. Kazuya, Mr. Ken, Mr. King, Mr. Kuma, Mr. Law, Mr. Lay, Miss Lily, Mr. Lars, Mr. Marduk, Mr. Mega Man, Miss Nina, Mr.
Mega
Ogre,
Man.
Mr. Paul, Pac-Man, Miss Poison, Mr. Raven, Mr. Rufus, Mr. Rolento, Mr. Ryu,
Okay,
Mr.
get in the
Sagat,
battle
Miss
grounds.
Sakura,
Get in the
Mr.
battle sounds
Steve,
now.
Mr. Vega, Toro,
I think
Miss
Zangief.
Xiaoyu, Mr. Yoshimitsu, Mr. Zangief. Well, come on, you sleeping? Oh, ouch! I won't lose. You're pretty good. Didn't feel it. We've just begun. Go ahead. My turn to dance.
Hey, don't do that
Go
to
for
me.
it, Mr.
Don't
Dudley.
do that to me, sir.
Shall we switch? I can feel the wind. The earth summons me. Come on over. Now switch. Sure thing. Good luck. I need your light. The tree is crying. I'm still here to win.
Anyway, I'm not getting into the battle box because they're always bad.
大地
So
の鼓動風のささやき感じるのアベルさんアリサさんアスカさんクロさんブランカさんバルログさんボブさんブライアンさんバイソンさんコーディさんクリスティさんコールさんキャミーさんチュンリーさんダッドリーさんダルシムさんエレナさんゴーキさんガイルさんガイさんヘイハチさんヒューゴーさんファランさんイブキさんジャック・クロスさんジンさん
You
ジュ
know,
リさん
I
ジ
do
ュリア
not
さんカズヤさんケンさんキ
I
ン
do
グさ
not
んク
envy
マさん
the
ローさんレイさん
English
リリさんラスさんマードクさん
speaking
メガ
voice
マン
actor
さん
that had
ミ
to
ーナ
match
さんオーガ
this.
さんポールさんパックマンさんポイズンさんレイブンさん
Actually, I think Elena's more higher pitch in Cross Tekken than she is in Street Fighter 3. But also, I'd have to cross reference it with New Generation because people don't know this because why would you? No one played the first two versions of Street Fighter 3. The entire cast of Street Fighter 3 was replaced in Third Strike. New Generation and Second Impact have the same voice, have the same cast, but Third Strike was completely recast. So it could be a thing where because Third Strike is what everyone remembers, people don't remember what New Generation and Second Impact sounded like. So maybe her voice was different. Or rather, more different. Well, fuck it, let's find out. Let's find out. Well, first of all, is New Generation even on here? Let's start there. It's probably not, but let's see. Straight Fighter. Elena, let's see. Cross second, 4, Third Strike, 4. Yeah, it's not even on here. Okay. Alright, Street Fighter 3, NG, playthrough. Plays Gil, nah. Playthrough. Elena. Oh, this means we get to see the stage. Maybe. I don't know. Are there mirror matches in the arcade ladder? I don't remember if there were mirror matches in the arcade ladder for this. Not as high pitched, but still up there in the higher register. But fuck all that. Is there a mirror match? Yeah, check this shit out. Also, ooh, wait. Oh, that's here too. Okay, hold up. Before we get to that, Elena, rotoscope. Win animation, Elena rotoscope. Wait, no. Yeah, one of her win animations was traced directly from, I think, Dirty Dancing. I believe this was. God. So, there's a bit of trivia for you. If Elena does not have this win pose in Street Fighter 6, I mean, I don't even like it that much. It's just like, would Capcom even be able to get away with that in a modern game? Probably not, huh? Anyway. Okay, but yeah, check out this fucking stage. Ba 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 da 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 da. Yo, speed this shit up, will you? Oh, you ain't seen the best part yet, Zet. And the rope snaps, and now we're here. Yeah, no, a lot of these details had to be cut in later revisions because characters in Third Strike have a lot of animation frames, and you can't have stages these detail. Again, games back then had a hard cap of how much data a game. Oh yeah, this. If I remember correctly. No, I don't. I don't have it. I don't have it. Never mind. Yeah, because of how many animation frames a character in Third Street Fighter 3 needed, you can't have details this lavishly animated. That costs too much data. So all that data that went into these backgrounds had to be repurposed for using characters, which is why the stages and the music is so much lower quality. Even though although I feel that the music is actually it depends on whether you like the music. It's an entirely different soundtrack, but it leans so much harder into the techno than the Capcom jazz that this era of Capcom was known for, because it doesn't require as much data. It's just Alpha 3 did this as well, where the Alpha 3 is like this really hard like techno because it requires less data to compose that kind of soundtrack than it does for like jazz. Anyway, and even if you look visually at the stages, they are so much fuzzier and blocky. Not blockier. So much lower quality than any of the stages here. Like, look at this fucking train. This is basically a Darkstalkers level, right? This shit ain't in Third Strike. Oh yeah, and Necro's voice is different too. It's like really deeper and warblier. Anyway, again, this I can make a whole stream out of this. That's for another day. Oh wait, but no, hold up. Hold up. One thing I do want to show. Look at that. First of all, these windscreens are fucking great, but look at that. Oh! I've noticed that either. When she does her win, the little music notes. That ain't in Third Strike. He's cowering. Beaten, bruised, bloody, and he's cowering and crying. So much personality in these screens, dude. Da, 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 da. The fucking sea of lava, dude. Ba, ba. Okay, stop for real though. Was there anything else I wanted to talk about? Can't really think of nothing. Yeah, no, yeah, no. Yeah, I should get prepped for Splats stream later tonight, where we talk about SNK bosses. I think that Splats will actually be more knowledgeable about that than me. We're both fans of SNK, right? But I feel like Splats, or at the very least, I haven't really sat down and just ran the gauntlet of SNK games in a long time, so I feel like he's a bit more refreshed on that aspect of it than I am. I remember, of course, the highlights, right? 94 Rugal, 2002 Ignis, right? Magaki is a fucking gun. Orochi is not Orochi is a bastard, but he's not Guinness. He's not Rugal, right? Although Rugal, really only 94 Rugal. Rugal was toned down massively of 95. He's nowhere near that level that he was in 94. Wild Ambition Geese. That's Wild Ambition Geese. Wild Ambition Terry. Terry has his own boss fight in Wild Ambition. Any of the, well, hold on. We said we're limiting it to Neo Geo. Was Battle Coliseum on Neo Geo? I don't remember. Because that was around the time where SNK was like almost completely dead. I don't remember. Battle Coliseum. I think that was a Thomas Wave, wasn't it? Yeah, it was a Thomas Wave game, not Neo Geo. So he has been spared from my wrath of shadow dropping in all 4 bosses from Neo Geo Battle Coliseum. This game is so fucking cool, man. But right, okay, no, we're not doing that. We're not doing that. I did not have sound playing the entire time for the YouTube video, so you didn't hear. Well, whatever. The point I wanted to make was enough that Elena's voice is not as high pitched in New Generation and Second Impact as it was in Third Strike. Her voice is slightly lower pitched, especially during the healing. It's definitely not as high on the register. So, funnily enough, I think the English voice for Elena in Cross Tekken is more similar to New Generation than Third Strike, which is more like the Japanese one. But whatever. I'm gonna go eat and prep for Splats' stream later tonight, which is gonna be over on his channel. I felt that I didn't want us to be on YouTube at the same time. So my perspective of the boss tier list will be on Twitch and Kick, but on YouTube it's going to be all Splats. That's how I decided to handle it. So I'll see you all later until that time. You know what? I have a prototype end screen here that I'm just gonna fucking do this. And I'm gonna send out with, I know Beats in My Head is the definitive theme for Elena, but I like Tomboy more, specifically Second Impact Tomboy, so I'm gonna play that to send us out. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Here it is. Yeah. Music in Second Impact took on more of a drum and bass influence than the Capcom jazz of. Well, actually, the soundtrack in New Generation is kind of all over the place, but the soundtrack of Second Impact is drum and bass because Capcom learned that all music can be made better if you just add an almond break. But yeah, I'm playing this out.